Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm just going to show you my favorite technique for creating faux freckles. I think that faux freckles, or just freckles actually, I think freckles look so beautiful, so cute. They can tie up a makeup look. They can, by the way, yes, I know the nail situation is tragic, and I was going to go back to the nail salon to get the acrylics taken off and new ones put on, but then I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for that. I can't do it. And I decided, even though I loved having the acrylics, I didn't want to go back and get more, because then in 2 weeks time I'd be back in the same position I'm in now of having to then try and find time to go back to the nail salon, and I don't have any time for that. So I've just decided I'm going to just let them all die off by themselves, and in the meantime I'm going to look terrible. But anyway, that's the story of the nails, but that's not what we're here for today, guys. So today I just wanted to show you my favorite technique for creating faux freckles. I know that there are many ways you can create faux freckles. I have tried them all, and this is definitely the technique that I find is the easiest, and it just looks the best in my opinion, because I think the problem is when you're trying to create faux freckles, you don't want to be too logistical. Is that the word? No, you don't want to be too exacting about where you put the freckle, because the whole idea of freckles is that they are at random, and the more exacting you get them, it just looks fake. You just need them to be everywhere, just like an avalanche of beauty. So I tried henna the other day, which I'm going to do a video on henna freckles, because I think if you wanted like faux freckles that last a bit longer, that aren't just on top of a makeup look, oh my gosh, I have discovered henna, and it is a really effective way of creating like some semi-permanent faux freckles. But anyway, that's not what we're here for today. So today I'm going to show you the liquid lipstick faux freckle technique. So I use a liquid lipstick. The one that I always use is, it's a Makeup Revolution lipstick. I was trying to say liquid lipstick. Oh my gosh, that is a mouthful to try and say quickly. But I use this one by Makeup Revolution. It's in the shade Hustle, and it's kind of like a brownie taupey shade. So you will have to find the shade that works best for you and your skin tone. You could go in with a pink liquid lipstick if you wanted. You could go in with any shade. And that's just the beauty of using a liquid lipstick. There's so many different shades you could use. But for me, for natural looking faux freckles, I use this one. So I just get a little bit of, by the way, oh, there's some of my henna freckles on my hand. These were an experiment that didn't go so well, because as you can see, there were some big blobs down there and they look very uniform. This is exactly what I was saying before about you want them to look random, not exact, because I got them exact in like a straight line, and that does not make for realistic looking faux freckles. But anyway, so you get your liquid lipstick, just pop a bit on your hand. Then you want to take ideally like a makeup brush, or just another implement where you've got like a rounded edge, like a tip. I tend to use these like rose gold unicorn brushes, because the tip I find is very ideal for creating faux freckles. So before your liquid lipstick dries, you don't want to talk too much, you just dip it in the end. You take your mirror, and literally this is what I do. I just dot. I try and like not be exacting. Like my number one rule, the takeaway I want you to take away from this video is you don't want to be exacting. You just want to go, you want to just go at random, like a bit here, a bit up there, bit on the side of the nose and a bit there. Then you take your finger and you go like this. Before the faux freckles dry, you just kind of pat your faux freckles, and then you pat them all over like this. And this has two benefits. One, you end up with more faux freckles spreading. Number two, you kind of dilute the pigmentation of the faux freckle you've just applied. So yeah, just bang, 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 bang. Straightforward, no problem. So I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to show you a little bit without speaking, so that you can see like exactly what I do, because I find that I learn best through watching as opposed to listening. So I'm just going to put myself in fast forward now. So And the real beauty of this technique is that you can create however many freckles you want. You could just have them sprinkling across your nose. You could have them just on your cheeks, on your forehead. You can create them more intense if you wanted, or you can just keep tapping and they will kind of disappear. So it's a very flexible, you can't really feck it up kind of technique, which is definitely my favorite kind of technique for anything. So because I've talked too much and been very slow, I am just going to get a lot more actually, of the liquid lipstick, and we're just going to go again. Another kind of beauty of this technique is because you're using liquid lipstick, it will kind of stick around all day whilst you've got your makeup on, so you don't have to worry about the faux freckles just disappearing halfway throughout the day. Another thing I love about it is because of the patting technique, you're not going to end up with faux freckles that are all the same size, which again is going to give you more of a natural look. And also, because you're using your finger for tapping, some of the faux freckles are going to be darker than others, again creating a more natural look of freckles. Because if you actually look at genuine freckles, they're not the same size, they're not really the same shade. It's just not very uniform. So I just think that this is oh my gosh, the best technique ever. I've been through some real shit techniques before finding this one, and I just think this is foolproof. If I can do it, you can do it. I would definitely recommend that you don't go too close to this, the outer cheek area, because it can end up looking like hyperpigmentation. So I would say try and maybe just keep your freckles focused around the nose, maybe going up into the center of the forehead and on the inner bit of your cheek. Just because in the past when I have gone hell for leather and I've put a lot of the liquid lipstick over on the kind of high bits of my cheekbones, yeah, it can not look so good. But again, the beauty of this kind of technique is that you can just make it work for you and your freckle desires. You can see the freckles from back here, you can see them from up front, and as you can see, you've got lots of different intensities of the different faux freckles. Some are a lot darker actually than others. Some are bigger, smaller, just to give you that natural flurry of freckles. So yeah, anyway guys, I just really wanted to make a dedicated video on how I create my faux freckles, because I know that usually I'll do my faux freckles at the very end of a makeup look. Most people have stopped watching by that point, let's be honest. But a few people have said, could you just do one video on the faux freckles, because I can't be arsed sitting through the rest of your video. So could you just do one dedicated video? So I just thought, do what? Why not? There's videos on YouTube about how to install a gas boiler, how to fix a radiator, how to put up a shelf. I just thought, I think there's room for me putting up a faux freckle video. So anyway guys, I will follow this up soon with a video on my henna semi-permanent faux freckle experience, because I definitely would recommend that. I think the key with henna though is you've got to keep checking, kind of when you're bleaching your hair, you have to keep monitoring, oh, okay, what's the hair doing now, where are we at? You have to keep checking where you're up to as you're processing the henna. And also you need to get the shade right. It's all about the shade, because I've seen quite a lot of people try out henna for faux freckles and they've ended up having red faux freckles, and it didn't really work. I think I've got the shade just right, so I will do a video on that, because I am all about the henna lifestyle. It stinks when it's on your face, but that's the worst thing about it. Everything else is beautiful. So anyway guys, I am gonna go. I hope this video was helpful to you, just a really quick short little tutorial on how I prefer to create faux freckles. So anyway guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.